G'day everyone, and welcome to another edition of Chris Rankin's Music Crush. I know it's been a very long time since I've done a video. A few reasons for that. I won't get bogged down into it too much, but I haven't been buying much music in the last sort of 12 to 16 months. I've been saving up for a big trip to the USA, so because of that, I've been working a lot of hours, working hard, saving up, and then also gave myself a little bit of an embargo on buying physical music so I could save up properly for the trip. But as I'm about to head off on that trip, I thought I'd start making videos again, and I'll probably be starting to buy a lot more music again. I normally do buy a lot every year, but yeah, I just had to make sure that I saved properly. So starting up, just a few things I've been listening to. Also, there's a brand new album coming out next week by a really awesome Perth band called Crypt Crawler, death metal band out of Perth. Some of you may know this record from 2021, I think it was from memory. Yeah, 2021. This was their second album, Future Usurper. Some of my close friends, I sent a copy of this to. Well, their third album comes out next week, The Immortal Realm. Really looking forward to that when it comes out. So I thought I'd just let you know that the third album is on its way. This is their second album. Brilliant death metal out of Perth. Absolutely fantastic death metal. So yeah, keep an eye out for the new one coming out, Immortal Realm. Yeah, brilliant Perth band. Now, something I did get, as I say, I gave myself a bit of an embargo on buying much music because I was trying to save really hard. But there was something that I saw in a shop in Perth and I couldn't resist. I really could not resist buying, and that's this. Absolutely magnificent. As you know, love Indonesia, the music of Indonesia, the whole country. And I saw this in a records shop in Perth and I was going to walk out. No, I won't get it. And I thought, I'm never going to see this again. So basically it says on the back, the birth of modern Indonesian recording industry. It's a 2-disc LP. The whole package is absolutely magnificent. I was already pretty keen on getting it when I picked it up and had a bit of a look at it. But when I saw how much detail was in this whole thing, I thought, I can't resist this. Beautiful quality. Absolutely fantastic quality. Great sound. Nice, good, heavy records. I won't get the other one out, but I want to show you some other things that are part of the package. It's just really nice and sort of thick and heavy. Yeah, 2-disc record, and there's this thing that I love. First of all, let me show you. So that's the gatefold. Absolutely brilliant. Just the back. But there's also this. This is extremely cool. A lot of records have good booklets in it, but this has got, like, it's really cool to read and look at while you're listening to the music. It's got some of the old advertisements and ads and album covers of early Indonesian recordings. Basically, it's just as it says, it's a history of early Indonesian music recording. Pop music, jazz, rock, a little bit of everything. And the songs go from, 1955 to 1969. So it really is something that I couldn't resist. I got it. I have loved it ever since and cherish it very much. So I'm very pleased that I got that. One of my favourite albums of last year, a band called Voyager. Quite a big progressive metal band in Perth. Some of you may know of Voyager because they, kind of controversially, they appeared on Eurovision. Somehow they found a loophole that Australia could compete in Eurovision, and Voyager represented. Love this band. Progressive metal, but they have very strong pop sound. That's the best way to say it. Really, really strong pop sound. Danny, the vocalist, Danny Estrin, also uses a keytar, which I know is probably going to put some people off, but it's sort of quirky and a little bit nostalgic as it may feel at the start. It adds a really unique sound to this band, and the hooks that this band writes and performs are so good. This is their album from last year, finished in my top 10 albums last year. I've always loved this band, but this one has become my favourite of theirs, probably. They've had some other really good albums, but I love this. Songs like Prince of Fire, so good. Such a good riff, so catchy. Dreamer, really good with the synths. They are quite heavy on the synths, this band, but it's not overbearing or overwhelming. It really provides the hook, and these songs just stay in your head in a good way, not in an earwormy way, in a really good way. Submarine, brilliant, fantastic video clip for that, and just such a catchy song. Submarine, Daydream, brilliant, brilliant album. Absolutely love this quite a lot. Voyager, Fearless in Love, yeah, brilliant album. Been listening to that a lot. Haven't stopped listening to it since it came out. I can't remember exactly when it came out last year, but yeah, last year. Been talking to Aaron, the metal theologian, a bit. I know he's on his another hip hop kick at the moment, and we were talking about some things, and I know he mentioned that he's starting to get into this now. I love this album. I think it's brilliant. I think it's one of the best modern hip hop albums there is. Absolutely fantastic. Just love it. Love it to bits. I don't know so much about these. This is two artists that make this. I don't know so much about these artists, but I've been getting more into these two. Yeah, MC Doom and Mad Lib. I sound like an idiot, don't I? But love this record a lot. There's just something about it. Always find myself going back to it. So I've been listening to that a lot. I was talking to Aaron about the Mos Def album, Blacker on Both Sides, and yeah, another great album. I don't have that out at the moment to show, but I've been listening to that quite a bit. Some CDs. As I say, I haven't bought much. So the things I'm showing here are ones that I just could not resist in getting, and will be in my favourite albums of 2024. So there's a band that I've mentioned quite a lot before, a band called Wormed, a tech death band with strong science fiction themed lyrics, and everything they're about is about terror in space and all. And one of my favourite albums of all time came out in 2016 called Crypt Crawler. They're from Madrid, Spain. Frightening music, just absolutely frightening death metal with strong technical aspects, but not over the top. They do it in such a way that makes it sound futuristic and sort of deep space and so forth. Not so much of the wizardry, progressive, over-the-top sort of stuff. Well, this year, after 8 years, they finally came out with a new album. And here it is here, Wormed. It's called Omegon. Magnificent. This is probably in a three-way tie at this stage for my album of 2024. Listened to a little over 1,000 albums this year, and I'll slowly get down to do my end-of-year top album list. I normally do top 200 albums, so I've been slowly working my way through that, getting the list down, but haven't bought much at all, hardly any. But yeah, Wormed, as brilliant as I thought it would be. Maybe not quite as much love as for Crypt Crawler, which was their third album. I'm pretty sure Crypt Crawler was their third album. This is their fourth album. Pretty sure. Yeah, maybe not quite as much love as for that Crypt Crawler album, but I still love this a lot. And in a three-way tie, there's an album. That's for heavy metal too. There's an album I'm going to show that's up there as my album of the year for non-metal, but that's in three-way tie for albums of the year that are metal. There's one that I don't have a physical copy. The band hasn't released it yet. It's a black metal band called Adon, or Adon, A-D-O-N. Brilliant. The title of the album is the same, Adon. And yeah, you can listen to it on their Bandcamp page, but they haven't released a physical copy of that album yet, so I can't show it, but as soon as they do, I will buy that for sure. This will also be in a three-way tie at this stage for Metal Album of the Year with The Wormed and with the Adon, and this is an Italian death metal band called Hideous Divinity. I love these guys so much, absolutely so much. I have been a big fan of this band since their very first album came out, Obeisance Rising, which came out in 2012. So yeah, they're from Italy, Hideous Divinity, and this one is called Unextinct. This would be their 5th album, I think, from memory. Yeah, 5th album. I've loved every single thing they do. Their albums always finish extremely high on my end of the year list. So good. And this album, I absolutely love this album that I'm about to show. Definitely in the tie for Album of the Year, along with the metal albums. But for a non-metal album, this is easily my favourite album of the year. When I first heard this band, I was a little bit late. They started releasing music late last year, I believe. They've been around since 2021, and they released this album this year. I can't remember what month it was. I think it was April from memory, but I was a little bit late to them. I must admit, I heard a couple of singles, but I was a little bit late to them. And the band is called The Last Dinner Party. Band from London with Abigail Morris on vocals. She is fantastic. Everything about her, her voice, her charisma. When I see them on videos performing live, she's fantastic. The whole band is just brilliant. They write and make some of the catchiest alternative rock, progressive rock, art rock, I think is probably the best way to describe them. They remind me a little bit of, like, let's say, a cross between Queen, Sparks, little bit Gentle Giant, but nowhere near that proggy. But just a bit of the quirkiness, but the hooks every bit as good as Queen or anything you can think of. The hooks in their music is good, but it's a little bit different than you expect. It's definitely pop. It definitely is modern pop rock, indie rock I've heard it called. But I think the best one to call it is art rock, because it's definitely that. But it's not just art for art's sake. The songs you will definitely want to sing along to. So it's called Prelude to Ecstasy. This is my, unless something else comes out that blows me away, although I do love the new JPEG Mafia album quite a bit. But unless something else comes out, this will be my favourite non-metal album of the year, and equal to the 3 favourite three-way tie metal albums of the year. So they're called The Last Dinner Party, Prelude to Ecstasy is the band. Not much great, the artwork. The 3 songs that just I love the whole album, but the 3 songs that really just absolutely jump out, that just I can't ever stop playing. My Lady of Mercy is ridiculous. That chorus, fantastic. I also love Sinner and Nothing Matters. The whole album's great, but those 3, you want to check them out. My Lady of Mercy, brilliant. Nothing Matters, brilliant. And Sinner, so good. Last Dinner Party, Prelude to Ecstasy. So yeah, that'll do it. I want to try and keep my videos a little bit shorter. Sometimes they go on a bit long. I do like to talk about music, but yeah, so I thought I'd come along, get my channel going again, give you a little bit of a reason to why I haven't made many videos. And yeah, tomorrow I'm heading off to the USA. Time to go back to the USA. I haven't been back there for a while, going on a big, long 5-week trip. So thanks for watching. It's good to be back on here, and I'm really going to try and make a lot more. Probably won't make any now until I get back from the USA, but I definitely want to come back and do more regular content. So thanks for watching, and always keep listening to music. Bye.